What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe for another action figure discussion video. And this time around, we're going to be talking about some of the recent activity with Marvel Legends, and I have a couple of Comic-Con predictions that I wanted to throw out there. So let's get right into this. Lately, we've seen waves and waves of Marvel Legends being released, and it's not just the random independent seller getting things early or factory leaks or any of that usual stuff. New stuff has been popping up at GameStop, Target, Walgreens, all the big stores, and on top of that, all the online retailers have been selling all this new stuff too. So it's crazy to see the amount of things that we've been getting lately, and there's a couple different theories as to why. I thought it was because Comic-Con was around the corner and Hasbro wanted to rush things out, but I was watching one of the Foosh Weekly episodes, and Robo was saying that the factories in China are pumping these things out and they don't really want to pay for storage, so they're shipping them out right away, and that definitely makes more sense. So maybe that's the reason. And my timeline here isn't going to be exact for everyone, but roughly in the last 4 months we've been hit with 2 Infinity War waves. We got the Lizard Build-A-Figure wave, we have the SPDR Build-A-Figure wave, the Deadpool Sauron wave, the Monster Venom wave, the X-Men Apocalypse wave, the Legendary Riders series Logan, the 10th anniversary figures, which I don't know how if you want to call it a wave, but it's just like a bunch of different random figures, 2-packs, 3-packs, single pack figures, all kinds of crazy stuff. We got the Luke Cage and Night Nurse 2-pack, which has come out officially, which has come out mostly overseas, but this is one where I don't even remember Hasbro announcing this. It just kind of popped up. And then another thing that has kind of slipped out early is the Walgreens Silver Surfer, the Walgreens thing, and then we see the 2-pack of Ross and Killmonger, and then the Bucky and Falcon 2-pack, and a bunch of other stuff. I guarantee you I missed things that have come out in the last couple months or weeks or whatever. Things have just gone crazy, and this is an insane amount of Marvel Legends in such a short period of time, and this has caused some people to say that Hasbro should slow down and that they're overdoing it and that we're going to start feeling Legends fatigue. And I just wanted to throw my 2 cents out there. I think it's ridiculous to encourage Hasbro to stop making awesome action figures. They finally got it to a point where they're doing things right, and I admit that it is a lot of figures, but here's the thing: you don't have to buy every single one of these figures and every single wave as soon as it comes out. But as long as they're out there, you have the choice to go buy them whenever you feel like it. I get it that it's a lot of figures at once, but it's cool that they're out there. It's cool that they're available, and when you're ready to buy them, you can just go buy them. None of these figures in the last couple years have become rare. Like, all the waves you could go out there and buy for under retail. So I think it's crazy to say that Hasbro is overdoing it. I think that they should put out as many figures as they want, especially if they're good. And I wouldn't be saying any of this if the quality was low, but in my opinion, Hasbro is at a high point. So they should definitely put out as many figures as possible when they're at a high point. And from a review standpoint, it's a little overwhelming because you want to go out there and be the first ones to have these figures so that you can review them before everybody else. So you might pay a little bit more on eBay to get it from overseas, or pay somebody domestically that got their hands on it, and obviously maybe they might charge a little bit more or whatever the case is. But for me personally, I never feel too much pressure to review Marvel Legends because there's so many reviewers out there that most people are all over the Legends stuff. So I feel like I don't necessarily need to go out there and review Marvel Legends. I just do it sometimes because I enjoy talking about them, and a lot of times they're awesome figures. So even if I'm reviewing them a little bit late, a couple months after everybody else, I'm just happy to talk about the figure and hope people, tune in to just discuss a cool action figure. And right now at this point, the Foosh and Boog Nice from Articulated Comic Book Art are doing a great job of covering all this early Marvel Legends stuff. They're like all over it. So for me personally, I don't feel like a lot of pressure to go out and buy these things. So I'm just fine with waiting to buy them when I feel comfortable. Anyway, the main point I wanted to make is that we should be happy that there are so many awesome Marvel Legends figures to choose from. I think it's a horrible idea to complain about it and, start saying things like Legends fatigue or whatever. That kind of thing is just going to get Marvel Legends canceled. I remember 8 or 9 years ago, Hasbro was trying to get rid of Marvel Legends and replace it with Marvel Universe, and it was because of the fans that they kept Marvel Legends going. Fans were always going to the conventions and hassling them about 6-inch figures, and it was obvious that Hasbro didn't want anything to do with Marvel Legends. In my opinion, I don't know, I'd be there and I'd hear people talk to them about Marvel Legends, and they weren't passionate about it. They were more focused on Marvel Universe. Maybe it was more financially feasible to do the Marvel Universe stuff at the time, and maybe Marvel Legends were getting too expensive, so people were complaining about the price, plus it was getting expensive to make them, so maybe it just didn't work. But fans kept complaining about how much they wanted Marvel Legends, and now Hasbro's doing an amazing job at it, and in my opinion, they're killing it. They're doing the best versions of characters, iconic characters. They're doing like a bunch of like random characters that we never thought they'd do. So I think it's a bad idea to start complaining at this point. But I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that it's too much? Do you think they should pull back? Or do you think they should just keep on going full throttle? I'm really looking forward to seeing all the stuff that they show at Comic-Con, and I really hope that they haven't, you know, exhausted themselves and they don't have anything to show. But I really doubt that. I'm sure they're going to have a bunch of cool stuff. In fact, I have a couple predictions that I wanted to talk about. First off, what I want to talk about is Rektangular put up a video talking about a new Black Panther wave. I'll leave a link in the description below. So I'm pretty sure that we'll see that wave. And it sounds like he knew what figures we're going to get, but he didn't really say. So me just guessing, I kind of think that we'll get a comic Killmonger, a Man-Ape, a movie Claw, and probably a movie Shuri. Or Suri, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but she was a popular character, obviously, so I'm pretty sure that we'll get her. And he also talked about a Marvel Legends Wave 2 of the vintage figures, and that sounds more confirmed because he talked about that several times, and it's kind of been consistent, the information. And it sounds like we're going to get a new Wasp figure that's based on the classic look of the Wasp, and then it sounds like we're going to get a new Ant-Man figure, which is based on his classic look. And I kind of think that they're going to go with the pizza Spider-Man body for that figure, but we'll see. They did do that with the Eric O'Grady Ant-Man, and I think it worked out pretty good. So I think they'll do the same thing here, but it'll have the classic Ant-Man look. And then we will see a classic Black Panther, which is pretty cool. I'm sure that it's going to be based on his look from the Fantastic Four books that he first appeared in. And that's all well and good, but I kind of wish they would have saved that for the Black Panther wave itself and put a classic Thor right here, because I feel that Hasbro would make a really nice old school Kirby inspired Thor. But it's okay getting Black Panther. I'm fine with that. I'm sure it'll be a cool figure. Hopefully it uses the same body as the Walmart exclusive Pink Panther and not the Bucky Cat body. And then we have a Vision, and I'm sure it's going to be the classic version of Vision, and I'm super excited about that. The only thing is that it's probably going to be on the Bucky Cat body, which is fine, I guess, but I prefer that it was on the Sunfire Deadpool body. But it'll probably be on the Bucky Cap, just like the other Hasbro Vision figures. But it's okay. I'm okay with it. I need a new classic Vision. In fact, Vision, I have to say, is one of my favorite Avengers. I just got done reading the Tom King Vision story, and that story is awesome. And it just made me appreciate Vision so much. So I just can't wait to see what they're going to do with the vintage Vision. And then it sounds like we're going to get a Scarlet Spider, which is strange because Hasbro's already done that. And to me, it feels like it's going to be the Ben Reilly, you know, hooded Spider-Man. Maybe it'll come with an unmasked head and maybe slightly darker colors or a different paint wash or something. And then we're going to get a Hawkeye, which is going to be the classic Hawkeye, I'm sure, and I'm really looking forward to that. And then now on to my own predictions. I think that we're going to see a new comic Hulk. It's been a couple years since Hasbro's done one, and I think with how they're doing things these days, they can make an awesome classic Hulk. So hopefully they do that. I really think that we will see a Doctor Doom, possibly a Walgreens exclusive, just to keep with the Fantastic Four theme being there at Walgreens. And same thing with Super Skrull. There was rumors of him before, so hopefully we see that. And the other thing I'm pretty sure that we'll see is a Captain Marvel movie wave, and I'm sure it'll be one of those things where it's a mix of comic characters and a mix of movie stuff. And in that wave, I'm pretty sure that we'll see a movie Carol Danvers, a Kree suit Carol Danvers, a Captain Marvel, which I think is a figure that we need. And I really hope that that figure is on the, again, the Sunfire 90s Deadpool body. I know that it's a little bit small and Captain Marvel is usually a little bit more muscular, but I love that body's articulation, and I just don't want to see this on the Bucky Cap body. I could kind of see them doing it on the Cap Wolf body, but I don't like those shoulders, and that figure is just not very fun to pose and play with. So for me personally, I wish that he's on the Sunfire body. And as a variant or whatever, I don't know how they do it, but how they kind of have two similar figures that kind of come out at the same time, and they'll they'll label it like Warriors of the Cosmos or whatever, some kind of funny thing. I'm sure they'll do a comic Marvel and a comic Genisvel, which would be awesome because I never picked up the Toy Biz one. I thought it was weak. And then I think we'll see a comic Kree Soldier, possibly a re-release from the 2-pack one with like updated ankles or maybe on a new body or something. And I think that we'll see like a movie Kree Soldier. And I also feel that we're going to get a cosmic Build-A-Figure, maybe like a new Ronin figure. I think that'd be awesome. I think the Hasbro Ronin figure they made a couple years ago was weak. I had him for a while, but I ended up selling him, and I just hope that they make a new comic Ronin. If not, I'm sure it'll be some other kind of cool cosmic Build-A-Figure. And aside from that, I don't have anything that I'm really dead set on. I kind of feel that we're going to see some more Thunderbolts figures because it feels like someone over there likes Thunderbolts. And same thing with New Mutants. They've kind of given us random New Mutants. I think they're going to continue to do that. And another thing I'm kind of thinking that we're going to see is a Future Foundation box set, because they made all those Fantastic Four figures, and I really doubt that they're just going to be a one-time use thing. And I think a Future Foundation box set would be perfect. You could throw Spider-Man in there, maybe Franklin Richards, and I think that that would be awesome. And I also feel that we're going to get a new X-Men wave that'll probably feature some members of X-Factor, because that's kind of like the trend. You know, they throw a couple X-Factor figures in there. And I also think that we're going to see a new Gambit, especially after the new Multiple Man that they put out. Only thing about that is I'm not looking forward to a Gambit with the big, you know, clunky plastic coat, but it's okay. I would take a new updated Gambit any day of the week. You could take that coat off and throw the old school Gambit coat on there, or get a new one made, whatever you want to do, but it'll be cool to see Gambit. And I also think that we will see a new Beast, aka Hank McCoy. And I kind of feel that they're going to throw him on the Jackal body, possibly. I know that'll be a little bit small, but I feel that that'll work for the Avengers Beast. Usually, I want to say it was usually drawn by Perez or George Perez. And I want to say that he's usually a little bit smaller. So I could see them doing that. It would be easy for them. It'd be awesome if they did a whole new sculpt for Beast, though, and had it focused like on the X-Men look. That'd be great, but we'll see what they do. And then I'm sure that we'll see a new Spider-Man wave, but who knows what it'll include at this point. There's been so many Spider-Man figures, it's kind of hard to come up with new stuff, but maybe they'll do like an armored Spider-Man, or like a cyborg Spider-Man like we saw in the 90s. Or I'd love for them to throw in an armored Daredevil. That'd be awesome. Or even the Gladiator from the Daredevil series. Or Jigsaw, whatever. Any of those street kind of heroes would be awesome. Maybe a classic Moon Knight would be great, like an all white. That would be amazing, actually. So who knows what they'll do there, but I'm sure we'll see another Spider-Man wave. I'm sure we'll see another Deadpool wave. And I think that's all of my predictions for Marvel Legends. Again, it's just kind of loose, throwing things out there. We'll see. But yeah, it'll be pretty cool to see some of these things come out. And for Mezco, I don't have too many predictions, because I really don't want to see them show a bunch of things that we're not gonna get this year. You know, they're gonna show a bunch of stuff, and we're not gonna see them anytime soon. I think this will be the third year that we've seen Darkseid, if they have him there, which I'm sure he will be on display there. But it'll be the third year that we've seen him. So I don't know. Hopefully they restrain themselves a little bit and just show a couple cool things that we could definitely see coming out in the next year. But one thing I'd love to see them do is a Doctor Doom figure. It'd be awesome to get a Doctor Doom figure with cloth clothing that we could have him sit like in a throne, and or you know, whatever. And one thing a couple things that I could see them doing is a movie Thanos and a movie Captain America. It seems like Captain America would kind of fit with the Mezco look. And on the DC side, I'm sure that we'll see Commissioner Gordon. That was revealed a few months ago, but I'm sure that they'll have him on display there. And another guy that I think that we'll see is the Red Hood, because they love the Batman stuff, and I think that's another character that just fits in good with the Mezco look. And that's pretty much all I have for my predictions in general. A couple small things. I kind of think that we'll see some Infinity War stuff from Diamond Select, and I really hope that we see Muhammad Ali from Storm Collectibles. I don't know how their licensing works or whatever, but I know they just came out with the Mike Tyson figure, and it'd be awesome if they put out a Muhammad Ali, or even like an Evander Holyfield or whatever, some other boxing, you know, great that we could put with Mike Tyson, have him hang out up there. I think that's all my predictions. It'd be cool to see some of these things come true, but we'll see in just a couple days. And thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to share this video for a chance to win a cool Comic-Con exclusive. And that's it. Peace.
That's crispy.